torches burn beneath the cliffs where the fleeing soldiers stayed. Every flame was small and hidden, every face was worn and gray. Above them enemy riders searched the ridges through the mist. Still the watchmen kept the embers. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliffs. We had thought the night would find us, thought no shelter could exist. Then the rocks became a refuge and the darkness covered it. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliffs. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy kept the weak and wounded hidden from the searching lights. Though the ashes dimmed the fire, hope remained where fear had lived. God preserved the faithful remnants. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliff. One flame warmed a wounded archer, one gave light to bind a hand, one was shielded by a mother while her children slept in sand. I had thought that holy fire must be seen from every ridge, till I learned that quiet mercy sometimes burns where no one sees. Not each light is meant for glory, not each flame must conquer mist. Some are given just to shelter those who hide beneath the cliffs. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliffs. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy kept the weak and wounded hidden from the searching lights. Though the ashes dimmed the fire, hope remained where fear had lived. God preserved a faithful remnant. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliff. Keep one ember in my spirit when my greater fires are gone. Let me serve without attention, let me shelter someone one. If the world demands a beacon when I only have a flicker, teach me how a quiet fire still can guide beneath the cliffs. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliffs. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy kept the weak and wounded hidden from the searching lights. Though the ashes dimmed the fire, hope remained where fear had lived. God preserved a faithful remnant. Ashen torches burn beneath the cliffs. Ashen torches burn till morning. Then the riders left the ridge. In the hidden walk toward daylight from beneath the silent cliffs. Broken chariot wheels line the shore. after waters left the sand. Every spoke had once carried proud commanders through the land. Bronze and leather lay together, half buried by the tide, and the sea kept moving calmly where the armies lost their pride. We had feared the wheels behind us, feared their thunder evermore. Then the morning showed them shattered, broken chariots on the shore. Broken chariot wheels lined the shore. Grace stood where fear had been. Mercy led the former captives past the power of cruel kings. What had hunted them through darkness could not follow anymore. God had broken their oppression. Chariot wheels lined the shore. Children touched the rusting metal, elders stared without a word. Some remembered every order that those wheels had helped enforce. I had thought that mighty weapons made a kingdom strong and sure, till the sea returned them useless to the sand along the shore. Power built on human suffering may look endless from afar, but no empire rides forever when the Lord commands the waters. Broken chariot wheels line the shore. Grace stood where fear had been. Mercy led the former captives past the power of cruel kings. What had hunted them through darkness could not follow anymore. God had broken their oppression. Chariot wheels line the shore. Break the wheels of my ambition, break the systems I adore. If they carry me to greatness over people weak and poor, when I fear what chases after, when I hear its distant roar, let me trust the God who leaves broken chariots on the shore. Broken chariot wheels line the shore. Grace stood where fear had been. Mercy led the former captives past the power of cruel kings. What had hunted them through darkness could not follow anymore. God had broken their oppression. Chariot wheels line the shore. Chariot wheels line the Chariot wheels line the shore. Broken chariot wheels lay silent as the sunlight crossed the shore, and the freed walked toward the desert, never slaves to them anymore. Covenant riders crossed the salt valley when the wells behind ran dry. Every hoof disturbed the whiteness, every breath burned in the sky. They carried letters of the promise, bread and water rationed tightly, and the banners moved before them as they crossed the salt valley. No green field appeared before them, no cool river met their side. concern for stragglers falling farther from the path. I had thought a sacred promise meant the road would always shine, till the valley taught me faithfulness can walk through barren times. Covenant is not convenience. Faith is more than easy miles. God can lead through empty places where no earthly comfort lies. Covenanted riders crossed the Salt Valley. Grace went through the heat. Mercy kept the tired horses steady on their blistered feet. Though the land appeared forsaken, faith refused to turn aside. God remained among his people in the heart of the Salt Valley. Lead me through the barren season. Lead me when no wells appear. Keep the promise louder in me than the language of my fear. If the landscape gives no answer, if my strength is nearly dry, keep me moving with your people through the endless salt wide valley. Covenant riders cross the Salt Valley. Grace went through the heat. Mercy kept the tired horses steady on their blistered feet. Though the land appeared forsaken, faith refused to turn aside. God remained among his people in the heart of the Salt Valley. Riders cross the Salt Valley. Mercy kept the tired horses steady on their blistered feet. Though the land appeared forsaken, faith refused to turn aside. God remained among his people in the heart of the Salt Valley. Covenant riders left the salt flats when the evening cooled the sky. And beyond the final ridgeline, they saw water catch the light. Desert watchmen heard the distant song from beyond the western dune. Every guard had watched in silence underneath the silver moon. No patrol had been expected, no returning riders came. Yet a melody crossed the wasteland like a voice that knew their names. They had guarded through the loneliness, through the cold before the dawn. Then the wind brought distant worship. Desert watchmen heard the psalm. Desert watchmen heard the distant song. Grace traveled through the night. Mercy reached the lone dawn. I had thought the lonely station was a place where faith grew calm, till I learned that weary spirits sometimes need another song. We are strengthened by the voices of the faithful moving on, even when we cannot see them past the dunes before the dawn. Desert watchmen heard the distant song. Grace traveled through the night. Mercy reached the lonely sentries, far beyond the city lights. Though no brother stood beside them, though their strength was nearly gone, God reminded them they were not alone through the distant desert sun. Send a song across my desert when my courage has grown small. Let me hear the faith of others when I struggle just to call. If my lonely post grows colder, if I think all hope is gone, carry worship through the distance like the watchmen's desert song. Desert watchmen heard the distant song. Grace traveled through the night. Mercy reached the lonely sentries, far beyond the city lights. Though no brother stood beside them, though their strength was nearly gone, God reminded them they were not alone through the distant desert sun. Just watchmen heard the singing till the east began to dawn, and they answered from the tower with their own returning song. EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust when the eastern columns came. Every road was blurred by footsteps, every shield was stained with clay. Wind had swallowed every landmark, drums were beating through the gust. Still the standards climbed above them, EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust. We could barely see the pathway, we could scarcely name who stood, but the banners marked our gathering when the valley filled with dust. EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust, grace stood where sight had failed. Mercy gathered scattered soldiers when the frightened ranks grew pale. Though confusion filled the valley, faith remained when vision blurred. God gave order to his people, EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust. One flag guided wounded riders, one brought families toward the rear, one became a point of shelter for the children shaking there. I had thought a battle standard only called the brave to thrust, till I saw it serve the helpless when the sky became the dust. Not each banner calls for conquest, not each symbol feeds mistrust. Sometimes signs are raised for rescue when the road disappears in dust. EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust, grace stood where sight had failed. Mercy gathered scattered soldiers where Raise it when my vision fails. Give me something firm to follow when uncertainty prevails. If the world becomes a whirlwind, if my plans dissolve to dust, keep your promise high before me. Give my frightened heart your trust. EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust. Grace stood where sight had failed. Mercy gathered scattered soldiers when the frightened ranks grew pale. Though confusion filled the valley, faith remained when vision blurred. God gave order to his people. EPHRAIM'S banners rose through the dust. Caught the sunrise when the storm released the plain, and the scattered walked together toward the road they saw again. Nehemiah's builders faced the northern wind while the stones rose row by row. Every gust attacked the scaffolds, every night grew sharp and cold. Enemies marked from distant ridges, threats arrived before the dawn. Still the hammers kept on sounding, and the word kept moving on. They could hear the voices mocking, they could feel the winter wind, but the wall was not rebuilt by those who feared they could not win. Nehemiah's builders faced the northern wind. Grace steadied every stone. Mercy strengthened tired families, rebuilding what was gone. Though resistance pressed against them, faith refused to turn within. God restored the broken city as they faced the northern wind. One hand lifted heavy timber, one kept watch beside the gate, one brought food to those still working when the hour had grown late. I had thought rebuilding happened only after danger ends, till I saw them lay foundations while the thread remained ahead. Courage does not wait for silence, faith does not require ease. Sometimes hope keeps laying stonework while the storm bends every tree. Nehemiah's builders faced the northern wind. Grace steadied every stone. Mercy strengthened tired families, rebuilding what was gone. Though resistance pressed against them, faith refused to turn within. God restored the broken city as they faced the northern wind. Give me patience for rebuilding. Give me hands that will begin. Even when the cold opposes, even when resistance wins. Another hour against my labor. Keep me faithful through the dead. Stone by stone and prayer by prayer, facing every northern wind. Nehemiah's builders faced the northern wind. Grace steadied every stone. Mercy strengthened tired families, Frozen spears stood beside the campfires. When the winter seized the plain, every shield was wide with frostwork, every cloak was stiff with rain. Soldiers gathered close together, passing bread around the fires, while the weapons waited silent, frozen spears beside the campfires. We had trained our hands for battle, we had sharpened every wire, but that night our greatest struggle was to keep each other by the fire. Frozen spears stood beside the campfires, grace warmed the weary line, mercy shared the final blankets, bread and water through the night. What was forced to serve in battle rested harmless by the fire. God preserved his tired people while the frost climbed up the spears. One man gave his cloak to someone from a regiment not his own. One young guard shared half his ration with an elder far from home. I had thought the strongest soldier was the one who never tired, till I watched exhausted warriors keep each other near the fire. Stricken looked like shared provision, like a hand stretched through the night, like a weapon left unanswered, while compassion guards a life. Frozen spears stood beside the campfires, grace warmed the weary line, mercy shared the final blankets, bread and water through the night. What was forged to serve in battle rested harmless by the fire. God preserved his tired people while the frost climbed up the When my heart grows cold and guarded, when my kindness starts to tire, let me lay aside my weapon and draw nearer to the fire. If another shakes beside me, let me share what I require. Make my strength become a shelter, like the camp around the fire. Frozen spears stood beside the campfires, grace warmed the weary line, mercy shared the final blankets, bread and water through the night. What was forged to serve in battle rested harmless by the fire. God preserved his tired people while the frost climbed up the spears. Frozen spears with the morning, when the sunlight crossed the line, and the soldiers left remembering who had shared the winter fire. Gideon's warriors waited beneath the hill, while the enemy fires burned. Every man restrained his breathing, every eye toward heaven turned. No valley vast army stood behind them. No proud fortress crowned their will. Only chosen men in silence, Gideon's warriors beneath the hill. They had watched their numbers lessen, still obeyed the calling still. For the Lord was teaching Israel not to worship human skill. Gideon's warriors waited beneath the hill. Grace strengthened every few. Mercy stripped away their boasting till their trust became more true. What appeared too small for victory, heaven shaped according to his will. God prepared a faithful remnant, waiting quietly beneath the hill. Some had wondered why the others had been told to journey home. Some had feared the smaller company would be swallowed up alone. I had thought that more meant stronger, that success required the fill. Till the Lord reduced the numbers and kept courage beneath the hill. Faith is not a crowd around us. Faith is not the loudest will. Sometimes God removes our confidence so our hearts can learn him still. Gideon's warriors waited beneath the hill. Grace strengthened every few. Mercy stripped away their boasting till their trust became more true. What appeared too small for victory, heaven shaped according to his will. God prepared a faithful remnant, waiting quietly beneath the hill. Take the numbers I have trusted, take the pride behind my skill. Teach me confidence in heaven when my human plans grow still. If my strength appears diminished, if my ranks become too thin, keep me faithful in the waiting till your purpose can begin. Gideon's warriors waited beneath the hill. Grace strengthened every few. Mercy stripped away their boasting till their trust became more true. What appeared too small for victory, heaven shaped according to his will. God prepared a faithful remnant, waiting quietly beneath the hill. Gideon's warriors rose in darkness, he's prepared to do God's will. And the valley learned that heaven had been waiting with them Hidden scrolls were found inside the ruins. When the eastern chamber fell, buried deep beneath the ashes, sealed inside a broken well. Scribes had hidden them from rulers who had tried to silence truth. And the fire that took the palace never reached the buried scrolls. We had thought the words were vanished, lost beneath the years of ruins. Then the stones released a witness that oppression had not ruined. Hidden scrolls were found inside the ruins. Grace preserved each faded line. Mercy gave another generation words their fathers had concealed. What the time condemned dishonest judges, one defended foreign hands, one rebuked the wealthy rulers who had stolen farmers' lands. I had thought forgotten writings could not speak to those still living, till their warnings named the failures our own age was still repeating. Truth can sleep beneath the rubble, yet its meaning is not ruined. When the time arrives to hear it, God can raise it from the ruins. Hidden scrolls were found inside the ruins. Grace preserved each faded line. Mercy gave another generation words the fathers had concealed. What the tyrants tried to silence still remained beneath destruction. God kept truth alive in darkness. Hidden scrolls survive the ruins. Hidden scrolls survive the ruins. Uncover what I choose to bury, until warnings I ignored. Let no comfort make me fearful of the truth within your word. If my culture hides injustice, if my history is confusing, give me courage to keep reading what survives beneath the ruins. Hidden scrolls were found inside the ruins. Grace preserved each faded line. Mercy gave another generation words the fathers had concealed. What the tyrants tried to silence still remain beneath destruction. God kept truth alive in darkness. Hidden scrolls survive the ruins. Hidden scrolls survive the ruins. Uncover what I choose to bury, until warnings I ignore. Let no comfort make me fearful of the truth within your word. Jericho's gates cast shadows at sunset across the stones below. Every guard stood on the rampart, every market started slow. Travelers hurried toward the entrance, knowing night would soon descend. And the walls grew long and silent as the daylight neared its end. We had trusted stone for safety, trusted gates to guard the thread. But the evening asked a question, Jericho not answered yet. Jericho's gates cast shadows at sunset. Grace warned the proud within. Mercy called the city's rulers to examine where they've been. What appeared too strong show me pride I still protect. Let no structure built around me make me deaf to what you said. If the sunset brings a warning, if my comfort is forgets, keep my heart awake and humble when the gates cast long silhouette. Jericho's gates cast shadows at sunset. Grace warned the proud within. Mercy called the city's rulers to examine where they've been. What appeared too strong to tremble still stood under heaven's breath. God alone could hold a kingdom when its walls faced what came next. Jericho shadows, shadows cross the roadway. Then the final light withdrew and the city faced the silence of the night it thought it knew. Lantern bearers descending into the prison where the lower cells lay cold. Every stair was wet and broken, every chain was stained and old. Guards had fled the upper chambers, leaving captives in the dark. So the rescuers moved downward with their lanterns like small stars. No trumpet reached the dungeon, no sunrise touched the stone. So the bearers brought the daylight to the ones left there alone. Lantern bearers descended into the prison. Grace entered every cell. Mercy found forgotten captives where no royal record told what the darkness tried to swallow. Could not hide from holy vision. God sent light into the deepest place. Bearers entered the prison. One prisoner could no longer stand. One had forgotten his own age. One had carved 100 prayers into the corner of his cage. I had thought that rescue ended when the palace doors were taken. Till I learned true liberation must remember the forsaken. Freedom is not only banners, not just victory in the square. It must travel down the stairway to the one still hidden there. Lantern bearers descended into the prison. Grace entered every cell. Mercy found forgotten captives where no royal record told what the darkness tried to swallow. Could not hide from holy vision. God sent light into the deepest place. Bearers entered the prison. Take your light into my blindness, take it where I fear to see. Let me notice those abandoned by the system serving me. If my freedom leaves another still in chains beneath my vision, send me downward with a lantern, send me walking through the prison. Lantern bearers descended into the prison. Grace entered every cell. Mercy found forgotten captives where no staircase once of darkness held a trail of living light. Across the olive grove, when the fighting finally ceased, every bough hung from her shoulder, every footstep searched for peace. Leaves were moving in the evening, soft above the bloodied road, and the weary walked in silence through the ancient olive grove. They had spent their arrows freely, now they carry grief alone, and the trees became a witness as the morning archers crossed. Morning archers crossed the olive grove. Grace moved through the leaves. Mercy met the tired warriors when they finally learned to grieve. What the battle could not answer, God received beneath the boughs, and the hands that once drew bowstrings laid their weapons on the ground. One remembered every target, one recalled a fallen friend, one had fired in blind obedience, one still asked where guilt should end. I had thought the brave kept walking without turning toward the past, till the olive trees surrounded men who could not march so fast. Healing asked them to remember not to worship what was gone, but to face the wounds they carried before learning to move on. Morning archers crossed the olive grove. Grace moved through the leaves. Mercy met the tired warriors when they finally learned to grieve. What the battle could not answer, God received beneath the boughs, and the hands that once drew bowstrings laid their weapons on the ground. Lead me through my own remembrance, through the grief I tried to hide. Let me name the harm behind me without letting shame decide. If my hands have learned destruction, teach them something gentler now. Plant your peace within my spirit, like an olive's patient bough. Morning archers crossed the olive grove. Grace moved through the leaves. Mercy met the tired warriors when they finally learned to grieve. What the battle could not answer, God received beneath the boughs, and the hands that once drew bowstrings laid their weapons on the ground. Archers left the olive grove when the evening turned to gold, and they carried on small branches where their arrows hung before. River watchmen found the abandoned child near the reeds before the dawn, wrapped inside a torn blue blanket, shivering where the road was gone. No small footprints crossed the shoreline. No one answered when they called, so the guards forgot their patrol when they heard the infant cry. They had watched the river for soldiers, they had trained their eyes his mantle. One prepared a little fire. One rode quickly toward the village, looking for a nurse nearby. I thought a watchman's duty was to guard against attack, till I saw them use their armor to keep cold winds from his back. Strength is wasted if it notices only enemies outside. Every guardian must remember who his strength exists to hide. River watchman found the abandoned child. Grace waited by the reeds. Mercy turned the young defenders toward a different kind of need. What no battle plan had mentioned became greater for a while. God entrusted human weakness to the watchman and the child. Make me notice quiet suffering, make me hear the smallest cry. Let no duty make me hurry past the helpless at my side. If my strength can become shelter, let me use it without pride. Give me arms prepared for mercy, like the watchman by the riverside. River watchman found the abandoned child. Grace waited by the reeds. Mercy turned the young defenders toward a different kind of need. What no battle plan had mentioned became greater for a while. God entrusted human weakness to the watchman and the child. River watchman left the shoreline with the child held safe and warm, and the river kept on moving underneath the waking dawn. The final sentry stood in the winter rain when the outer posts withdrew. Every torch had drowned in water, every northern trumpet blew. Behind him slept the wounded, families waited for the train. So he tightened up his mantle and remained there in the rain. No companion shared the watch now, no relief patrol remained. Still he kept his eyes upon the road, disappearing in the rain. The final sentry stood in the winter rain. Grace, strength, and tired eyes. Mercy guarded those behind him. Though his armor shook with weakness, though his hands were stiff with pain, God remembered my station. When the weather turned severe, when the ones I hoped would help me disappear and leave me here. If obedience feels lonely, if endurance becomes pain, stand beside me through the darkness like the sentry in the The final sentry stood in the winter rain. Grace, strength, and tired eyes. Mercy guarded those behind him. Through his armor shook with weakness, though his hands were stiff with pain. God remained beside the watchmen, standing faithful in the rain. The final sentry saw the sunrise through the last retreating rain, and the families crossed to safety while he finally left the place. Wandering soldiers found the shepherd's fire on a hillside far from roads. Every man was weak with hunger, every shoulder bent with loads. They had lost their final compass, cold had climbed beneath their armor. Then a flicker across the darkness, they had found the shepherd's fire. No fortress stood before them, no great beacon climbed much higher. Only one old shepherd waiting by a small and steady fire. Wandering soldiers found the shepherd's fire. Grace waited in the hills, mercy gave them bread and shelter, water from the mountain rills. When the army lost direction and exhaustion conquered pride, God provided through a shepherd and the fire at his side. At his side. He asked nothing of their banners, never questioned whom they fought. He just passed them bowls of barley and gave blankets that he brought. I had thought that men of battle needed generals to inspire, till a shepherd taught us kindness by the warmth of one small fire. Sometimes rescue wears no armor, sometimes wisdom owns no sword, sometimes God receives the mighty through the table of the poor. Wandering soldiers found the shepherd's fire. Grace waited in the hills, mercy gave them bread and shelter, water from the mountain rills. When the army lost direction and exhaustion conquered pride, God provided through a shepherd and the fire at his side. When I wander from direction, when ambition makes me tired, give me humility quench the smallest fire. Let me never judge the vessel by the clothes that he may wear, for the shepherd and the darkness may be heaven waiting there. Wandering soldiers found the shepherd's fire. Grace waited in the hills. Mercy gave them bread and shelter, water from the mountain rills. When the army lost direction and exhaustion conquered pride, God provided through a shepherd and the fire at his side. Wandering soldiers left the sunrise with their strength and hope restored, and they blessed the humble shepherd who had opened up his door. Iron horsemen guarded the widow's road, where the raiders used to ride, every mile and on an ambush, every field he learned to hide. Now the riders kept the distance, watching every cart that rode, and the weak is crossed in safety on the widow's guarded road. They had once been sent for conquest, now they served a gentler code, turning strength toward the defenseless on the widow's lonely road. Iron horsemen guarded the widow's road. Grace rode through the dust. Mercy gave the weak protection without demanding fear or trust. What had once been used for violence now defended those exposed. God redeemed the strength of warriors on the widow's guarded road. One escorted grain to villages, one rode slowly with the old, one dismounted for a mother whose small wagon broke its pole. I had thought a mounted soldier only served the spear and bow, till I saw the greatest honor was the peace they helped to grow. Power finds a better purpose when it shields instead of owns, when the strong become a refuge for the ones who walk alone. Iron horsemen guarded the widow's road. Grace rode through the dust. Mercy gave the weak protection without demanding fear or trust. What had once been used for violence now defended those exposed. God redeemed the strength of warriors on the widow's guarded road. Turn my strength toward those in danger, turn my pride away from gold. Let me serve without controlling, let me guard without being cold. If another walks beside me on a road they cannot hold, make me shelter, not a master, like the gave the weak protection without demanding fear or trust. What had once been used for violence now defended those exposed. God redeemed the strength of warriors on the widow's guarded road. On the widow's guarded road. Iron horsemen left at sunset when the final cart went home, and the widow blessed the silence on a road no longer roamed. Among the poor, when the palace gates were torn, without a crown upon his forehead, without trumpets or a horn, his wounded arm hung in a sling, mud had covered what he wore, and for once he saw the faces he had overlooked before. From the throne they seemed like numbers, names on nothing more, but the streets revealed a kingdom he had never known before. The wounded king walked among the poor, grace brought him from his throne. Mercy taught a humble ruler how his people lived alone. What no counselor dared tell him rose from every broken door. God transformed a wounded monarch when he walked among the poor. One old widow showed her cupboard empty through the winter cold. One young father named the taxes that had taken all his gold. Children slept beneath torn blankets near the palace marble floor, and the king began to question what his victories were for. Power had protected distance, royal walls had hidden more. Now his wounds had made him listen to the people he ignored. The wounded king walked among the poor, grace brought him from his throne. Mercy taught a humble ruler how his people lived alone. What no counselor dared tell him rose from every broken door. God transformed a wounded monarch when he walked among the poor.
Take me down from every platform that prevents my heart from seeing. Let me listen before speaking. Let compassion shape my leading.
If authority surrounds me, keep me near the humble door. For a ruler learns true greatness when he walks among the poor. The wounded king walked among the poor, grace brought him from his came from the west. Every soldier faced the crossing, every horse refused the steps. Enemy fires burned beyond it, lightning made the water silver, and the frightened ranks drew closer as thunder shook them by the river. We had prepared to cross in anger, certain battle made us stronger. Then the heavens broke above us and the river rose much higher. Thunder shook the shields beside the river, grace stopped the marching line, mercy gave both waiting armies one more night to change their minds. What the captains called inevitable could be questioned and reconsidered. God made warriors face the purpose when thunder shook them by the river. Through the rain one soldier noticed an enemy wounded near the reeds. Another saw a frightened rider struggling underneath his steed. I had thought the far bank carried only men I should deliver to the sword until compassion crossed before me through the river. Storms can interrupt ambition, make us question what we plan, and a pause can save 1,000 when revenge commands a Thunder shook the shields beside the river, grace stopped the marching line, mercy gave both waiting armies one more night to change their minds. What the captains called inevitable could be questioned and reconsidered. God made warriors face their purpose when thunder shook them by the river. Shake the shield around my anger, shake the certainty I carry. When I rush toward confrontation, make my wounded judgment tarry. If resentment drives me forward, place your thunder in my hearing. Let me question every battle before crossing any river. Thunder shook the shields beside the river, grace stopped the marching line, mercy gave both waiting armies one more night to change their minds. What the captains called inevitable could be questioned and reconsidered. God made warriors face their purpose when thunder shook them by the river. When thunder shook them by the river. Thunder faded with the morning, and no army crossed the river, for the captain sent out envoys, and the shields remained together. King's war maps burned before the council in the chamber after dawn. Every border drawn in crimson, every planned invasion gone. Generals washed the paper, curling nobles whispered through the smoke, while the rulers faced the question of the wars their pride had stoked. Lions head, turn old towns to targets, sinking, made destruction lawful, then repentance reached the table. War maps burned before the council. Kings, war maps burned before the council. Grace consumed the plans of pride, mercy the schemes I call my right. Let me never plan another's pain to make my future bright. If ambition redraws borders through the lives that would be lost, bring me back before your council. Let repentance count the cost. The king's war maps burn before the council. Grace consumed the plans of pride. Mercy gave the threatened villages one more morning, still a liar. What ambition called expansion, heaven judged by human cost. God began a road toward peace there as the war maps turned to ash. King's war maps burned till evening, and the smoke left through the hall. Then the rulers sent out messengers calling armies home from war. Zion's morning bells rose above the smoke. When the siege had finally ceased, every street still held the ashes. Every door we carried grief. Through the haze the bells awakened, slow and solemn, note by note. And the sound climbed past the ruins. Morning bells rose through the smoke. We had heard the towers burning, we had watched the rooftops choke. Then the first sound after battle rose unbroken through the smoke. Zion's morning bells rose above the smoke. Grace sounded through the gray. Mercy called the tired survivors toward the labor of the day. Though the city bore its wounds, still hope refused to lose its voice. God began a new tomorrow when the morning bells arose. Builders gathered near the rubble, healers opened every door. Widows brought the names of missing, children carried water forth. I had thought the sound meant victory, that the war had lost its hold, till I learned the bells were calling us to rebuild what war had broke. Not a celebration over those who fell beyond our walls, but a summons toward compassion, restoration for us all. Zion's morning bells rose above the smoke. Grace sounded through the gray. Mercy called the tired survivors toward the labor of the day. Though the city bore its wounds, still hope refused to lose its voice. God began a new tomorrow when the morning bells arose. Ring above my ruined places, ring where sorrow still remains. Call me from exhausted grieving toward the work that healing takes. If the smoke obscures the future, if despair begins to choke, let your promise rise above